I wonder if you could speak to why this solar system is the hub of your activity right now.
There are a number of reasons. The main reason is that hundreds of thousands of years ago, the war for rights, for lack of a better word, and for use and access to this solar system was lost by the light forces. And as such, there were many dark forces that came in, and they created many vortexes and portals through which many more dark forces from around this universe and others could come in. This is how they reinforced their protection. This is how they created barriers around the solar system, and more importantly, one of the many jewels of the solar system, which was Gaia. And so this war had been lost, and this solar system had literally become a free-for-all for the dark for far, far too long. And it took the light forces many, many millennia to even be able to approach the solar system in the way that we needed in order to have an impact, to begin to once again etch an imprint of light upon the solar system. And so there is much work that needs to be done here. This solar system has been like an anchor to the galaxy's energy, and on some levels to the universal energy. The balance between light and dark was lost here, in this very solar system. We have worked long and hard to restore this balance. It is now at a point where it is more or less balanced. However, as you well know, in order for ascension to occur, it must be fully balanced in favor of the light. And it is definitely moving in that direction. But there is much clearing that needs to be done. This has been a pit of darkness, with a number of bases, of portals, where anything and everything of the dark could come. Many moons, many planets, including Gaia, were completely infested. It had become a safe zone for the dark, literally out of reach of the galactic forces of light, and therefore out of reach of any discipline and any clearing. Darkness was allowed to grow and breed and harm. And the energetic repercussions were starting to impact quite heavily many parts of the Milky Way galaxy and far beyond. This is in part why the Galactic Federation of Light grew to the force that it is today. For so many planets, so many beings were being impacted by this wave of darkness that was originating from the solar system. And so here we are today, doing the work that we have been working towards for so many hundreds of thousands of years. Getting Gaia and the entire solar system back on the original plan. A plan of a living library, of a place of exchange, an important stopover, a interdimensionary transit point for so many beings. But of course, all of this was halted and hijacked by the dark. And so this clearing work, this battle, has been ongoing. It has been relentless for so many of us. But we are finally making headway, and we are seeing the light. And the momentum is extraordinary. We all have hope. It is beyond hope now. It has been won, but the work must be done, you see. This is where everything that is part of the master plan is now being manifested. It is now running its course. It is being acted out or played out, as you like to say. But there's still much work as it is being played out. We cannot stand back and watch. We must be involved in any and every way possible. But of course, we need to do this in lockstep with humanity and with Gaia herself.
Can you give us any advice as to what humanity may be facing as we approach the second half of 2020, as well as any recommendations that you can give to us so that we are in alignment with the higher vibrational plans that you are working with?
There is much coming down the pipeline for humanity. If you envision the first part of 2020 as a ripple effect where humanity has had to face its darkest moments, its darkest demons, the second half of 2020 will force humanity to look these demons in the mirror, to face much more of the pain and trauma that they experience at an individual level, at a societal level, and more broadly at a collective level. What is happening now is that humans are being forced to face many issues, whether they are personal or societal, that must be resolved. And this is a test for humanity. While yes, you must use your voice for freedom and for justice, it must be done calmly, harmoniously, and peacefully. For violence begets violence, and in the same way, with the same force, peace begets peace. We hope that humanity has learned to tread carefully but steadfastly in the right direction for all in the first half of 2020, so that they continue this firm but peaceful march in the second half of 2020. There will be more triggers, more uprisings. There will be more that will happen politically and in your communities that will create frustration and anger, that will seem to deepen the divide. But remember, it is not being done to deepen the divide unless you allow it to do so. How you react is completely up to you. You must control the emotions that you wish to feel and express, and you must remember that you must call upon the emotions that you wish to experience collectively. Do you wish for a violent and angry society, or do you wish for a united and harmonious society? How you fight, how you use your voice is exactly what you will create. It's exactly what you will perpetuate more of. So you must be conscious of your thoughts, of your feelings, your words, and your actions. And this is true in every individual's personal life, as it is at a collective level, at work, in your communities, in your neighborhoods, at a political level, and beyond. We will not make any bold statements or prophecies about what will come in 2020, but it will be more of what you have seen in the first half. But remember, these are tests. Do not allow yourselves to be played, for there are many who wish to play you. You must stand together, regardless of your creed, color, religion, or political beliefs. For at the end of the day, these matters not. What matters is that you are all human. And at the core, you all wish for the same things. You all want happiness, health, freedom, and justice for everybody. So you must work for it together. You will not achieve this divided. You will achieve this together. You are all in this together. You are all being tested by a few. And so you must stand together. Do not let them divide you. And when we speak of them, you know who we are referring to. What you all want is the same. Do not let anyone convince you of anything different. And when you pass these tests, when you use your united voices harmoniously, confidently, and in peace, you will reach a new collective way of being that will propel you, all of humanity, towards a better existence, a much grander one that is well on the way and on the path to ascension. You must trust this. Do not let them divide you. We cannot stress this enough. For this is all they have, but all you have is each other. You have us. But until we can materialize and show ourselves and step forth more publicly, you have each other, and you must stand together as one. For you are all one. You have always been one. You have simply forgotten. You allowed them to make you forget. It is time for you to remember who you are, where you come from, and more importantly, where you are going. Where you are going is beautiful. Do not lose sight of this, regardless of how angry they make you, regardless of what they do or what they say. You are on the path to a beautiful, peaceful existence. Nothing will stop you, but it is up to you as to whether this path is easy or difficult. We encourage you and invite you to choose the easy path, and that is the path of standing together in harmony. It's that simple, so let it be that simple.
And mass meditations help to add our energy to that vision.
We always encourage mass meditations, and there are many, and we are delighted to see so many of you coming together. The mass meditations have a beautiful way of dissipating the collective frustration that we see and that is being experienced by so many. They dissipate this frustration. They help bring about more light to those who need it. But it is in the thick of these protests, it is in the thick of any moment of anger or frustration that you must all learn to find the same calm and peace that you would during meditation. For peace and calm must not only be experienced in meditation, you must learn to tune into this and bring it up at all times, no matter what is happening around you. That is your power. That is how you will find power.
Thank you. And is there anything else that we can do to prepare?
We would invite you to tune away from that which aggravates you. We find that humans tend to be hooked on or addicted to negative sources of stimuli, whether it is news or low vibrational music. You tend to gravitate to that which agitates you in a more negative way. You must learn what does not serve you and learn to tune away from it. And when you do, within a matter of days, you will feel different. And conversely, you must learn to tune in to that which does serve you. We will invite those of you who are open and who believe in extraterrestrials, in ascension. We will invite you to call upon us, to all the benevolent ETs. Ask us to help you heal, to teach you, to aid you, and you will be guided and assisted. And we are with you. We are in your skies. Some of you can see us, some cannot see us yet, but we are completely surrounding you with love, light, and peace. We are observing your moves, and we offer support in many, many ways. There are many of us who are literally boots on the ground, assisting, and there are many of us who are assisting you from above, and there are even non-dimensional beings who are assisting humanity energetically. There is much trauma that needs to be healed at the individual and collective levels. If you invite us in to assist and to help, we will be there. We simply need to know that you grant us permission, and we will gladly come to your assistance.
Yes, and understand that it is very, very important that when making such a request that we be crystal clear that we are inviting only benevolent beings into our experience to assist us.
Absolutely. All beings must be purely of the light in order for humans to assist. Yes.
Do you foresee the challenges that humanity is facing going on beyond 2020?
At this point, we are seeing much volatility. We are showing Kate an image of popcorn and fireworks. There will be lots of triggers, lots of events that will rattle humanity in different ways and in different parts of the world between now and the end of the year. We see the end of the year being an important turning point where some, but not all, of these 2020 issues will come to a close. There will be much resolution. There will be greater peace. The issues of humanity will not be fully behind you come into 2021, but it will be very different than what it looks like now. It will be far better, far calmer, far more peaceful, and many, many humans will have awakened in the process. And this is exactly what these circumstances are meant to do. They are meant to rattle you to a point where you wake up. They are meant to jolt you out of the habits and out of this 3D matrix that has kept you down. It must become so uncomfortable that you no longer wish to be complacent, that you wish to break free from this pattern, from this existence. And so there will be much shaking and much rattling between now and the end of the year. But there is definitely light at the end of the tunnel. It is coming. We encourage you to stay calm and stay strong. We would simply like to say in closing that we understand that these have been very trying times for many humans around the world, whether it has been the virus, the protests, the economy. You have been tested, but from our standpoint, you continue to stand up and stand tall and stand strong. You are a brave and resilient group of beings, and you are so admired and respected. Continue to be strong. Continue to be hopeful for the future that we know is coming your way. You need just a little more patience, but you are almost there. And we love you so much. And blessings to you, thank you, and blessings to all. Thank you for your attention to these important matters. For more information and the latest channelings or transcripts, please go to www.ascensioncalling.com.